starting soon, and we are on. My name's Elohim,
I'm Zakia.
and it's EZ. We have a great guest on today. Can you please tell everybody who you are, where you're from, who your dog is, and your Instagram?
Yes. Hi everybody. My name is Sharina, and my dog's name is Koda. Koda, come show yourself. Come on. Yes. And we're from the Netherlands. I am almost 24 years old, and Koda is 2 years old. And if you like to follow me and Koda, my Instagram account is hashtag. Nee, hoe zeg je afstandje?
Yeah, the app.
Oh ja, at Rottweiler Koda.
Your internet went in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Now I can hear you.
All right, just say your Instagram again.
My Instagram is at Rottweiler Koda.
All right. Our Instagram is at Kovu the Roddy.
And at Sister Roddy's for our other two Roddies.
Okay, so today what we have for y'all, I'm sorry, my Rottweiler is trying to get my attention. Today, what we have for all of you is a Rottweiler owner interview. We feel like there's not enough interviews of Rottweiler owners online to help people who want Rottweilers or to help people who may be ignorant about the breed and think that the breed is these vicious, horrible animals. And, you know, this is really to educate people, you know, to interview Rottweiler owners from all over the world. If you would like to be one of the Rottweiler owners that we interview, please leave a comment below of you and your Rottweiler story. But let's get it started. Let's give her the first question.
All right, so I have the first question. So how did you and your Rottweiler Koda meet?
What did you say?
How did you and Koda meet?
Yes. So Koda is a rescue dog. Here in Holland, we got a rescue place. It's called Rescue Rottweilers, the Netherlands. And actually, I was looking for a 4-year-old male Rottweiler who has been abused. But then I lived in a little apartment, so they will not place him there. And then a week later, I got a call from the woman who owns the rescue. And yeah, she called and she said, I got a female dog from about 5-6 months. But
sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. But she's a little bit of a handful because she is never been outside before in the 6 months she lived there. Wow. So she knew nothing, no cars, no weather, nothing. And she's also been abused and bitten by the other dog.
Oh, man.
So I saw her picture and I really liked the movie Brother Bear.
Yeah.
You know Brother Bear?
Oh.
And I saw her. Koda. Yeah, Brother Bear, Koda.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that movie. So
I saw her face and I thought, oh, she looked like the little tiny bear from Brother Bear. Oh, so we went there to have a look. And the only person she was not afraid of was me.
Oh, okay.
So that's the story.
Can I ask you, was there any fear in adopting a Rottweiler? Did you already have a Rottweiler before? Was this your first Rottweiler?
She's my first. I've always, since I was a little girl, I've always been with dogs, big dogs, tiny dogs. I grew up with dogs, so I knew a lot about them. And actually, I really wanted a bulldog terrier.
Oh, really?
So it's really difficult dog I choose, but now I know the Rottweiler breed. I never want another breed.
Yeah, that same. I grew up with Rottweilers. My mom bought Rottweilers, and once once I had Rottweilers, I felt like any other dog would just kind of be, and I love all dogs. I want to make that clear, but it's just not the same as having a Rottweiler. So,
no, we had a lab before, a little big, chumpy lab.
Okay.
But also when we get home, he never was excited. He always, and she is so happy. When I got home, she even smiles. She put up her lips and show her teeth.
Oh, really? I see dogs do that in videos. My dog's never done that, but I've seen dogs do that in videos. So she's pretty much been able to come into your house and pretty much just merge pretty well, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
So that's good, because that helps a lot of people who have fears about adopting, rescue and adopting large and powerful breeds like Rottweilers.
So really quick, you said the Koda is 2 years old now, but how old was she when you got her?
She was like 5.5 months.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, she was a puppy.
Yeah, she was young. All right. What do you love about your Rottweiler? What do you love about Koda?
Yeah, what do I not love about Koda? But no, I love it because she's like me, but then in a dog.
Ah.
You know, you can see yourself reflected in your dog. She's little, she's crazy. She runs around like there's nothing, but she's always happy. So I love it that she's such a crazy little dog.
So y'all share a lot in common. So
yeah.
I can let you run around too.
No, I'm not around too. Not anymore. No.
Okay, so the next question is, what do you love about the breed?
What I love about the breed, they are so loyal. I've never had a dog that's been so loyal.
Yeah.
And they are so kind, also to children. Most of people, they think they're really scared. Mm-hmm. Scary dogs, big dogs, black dogs. And she's such the opposite. When little children want to pet her, it's okay. She goes sit down and she gives kisses to the children. And people have a really other comments about Rottweiler. So I don't know where it's from.
Yeah, people don't know that Rottweiler is actually, bred to be family dogs. And this guy right here, he was raised around children, and he absolutely loves kids. He might love kids a little too much, and he loves people. Yeah. He's actually more into people than dogs. He doesn't dislike dogs, but if he goes to a dog park, the first thing he runs up to is the kids and the people, and he wants to be fed. And he wants all the attention in the dog park. Like he wants my attention now. So I agree. They're very people. So why did you choose a Rottweiler? Did you choose a Rottweiler? You told the story. Did you just kind of get her? Or did you like, you know what? I guess I'm just going to get a Rottweiler instead of a Bull Terrier.
Yeah, so that's a different story. My ex-boyfriend, he really wanted a Rottweiler.
Okay.
So then we had a look. So we saw like a male Rottweiler, 4 years old, but it didn't work out. Okay. So and then I got a call, and when I saw her face, I was immediately in love with her.
Oh.
I never talk about Bull Terriers anymore.
Yeah, my mom has 2 pits, so yeah.
Okay, so I know you said that your dog is like you, but what is the personality of Koda? What's Koda's personality?
Oh, yeah, she's a big goofy dog. She's really goofy. Yeah, I think you saw the videos on my Instagram account.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to ask you,
crazy.
How did you get that jump shot? What was she doing that you got that shot of her jumping in the air?
I just chopped some sand. She's crazy. Everything I threw, even if it's sand, it's a ball, if there are shells, she's crazy. She jumps around like everything. She's really crazy.
That's good. That also means that she's healthy. You know, a lot Rottweilers are also known for having bad hips. So the fact that she could just jump up like that, it means that she's very healthy and happy. That's really good.
Yeah, she's really healthy. She also lays as a puppy with her hips straight back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a puppy. I know she's healthy. Yeah.
Does Koda still do that?
What, when he sleeps?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, no, he does. Not right now, but he used to always sleep on his back.
With his legs.
Yeah, on his back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the move.
When he started weighing over 100 pounds, he still does it now. He's a goof too. Yeah, he's a goofball. But what do you love about the breed of Rottweiler? You said that you would never get any other dog. So other than the fact that they're so loyal, what are some of the things that you love about the breed itself, like outside of Koda?
Yeah. Now, I also think they are very, very beautiful to see.
Yeah, I agree.
They have something, majestic, you say, like royal, like And I love to see about is I live next to the beach and to the dunes, but when there's not a dog, they always like bowing for her. Like she's always walking, so la 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 la, and other dogs always do this. So it's like, you're my queen, you're my queen.
yeah. Rottweilers have that confidence to them. Yeah,
that confidence. I like it about her.
Yeah.
She really turns up my confidence too.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of reflect you. They make you feel like, same thing. I
always feel protected because my boyfriend, who's sitting next to me.
Hello.
He's a little bit protective of me. So even if I walk at night with Koda, I'm never afraid if something has happened. That's what I love about it too.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, cool. So how do you get Koda's energy out?
Koda's energy?
How do you get Koda's energy out? Like how do you get her? How do you exercise her?
Now every morning I go for a walk with a friend of mine who has the wolf dog.
Okay.
And we walk across.
The wolf dog.
She has a wolf dog. That's her best friend, and he's called Kenai. It's the other bear from Brother Bear.
Wow, I think it's so cool to see pictures of a Rottweiler next to a dog that looks like a wolf. I just think that's so cool that y'all have that type of pair going on.
It's the best combination ever. But yeah, every morning we start about 9 o'clock. And then, most of the time we walk for 1 or 2 hours. But most of the time it's turning into 3, 4, 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the nature we live in here, we live in Katwijk. That's a little village next to the beach, the dunes, you got the forests, everything is close to each other. So you can walk really beautiful routes.
Okay. So when you're out, do people seem intimidated by Koda or they're just like welcoming?
The people?
Mm-hmm.
No, most of the time they're very intimidated because here in the Netherlands they called HR dogs, high risk dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because here in the Netherlands we have a lot of people, and also in Belgium, they don't care about dogs. They only fuck with them and they sell them. So if a guy like 20 years old who's been using drugs and also wants a Rottweiler or a pit bull or something, call it the HR dogs, they can get it here. And that's really bad because actually a week ago there was on the news that a Rottweiler here in the Netherlands has bitten a little child. So when that's in the news and I walk with Koda, everyone is like back down.
Yeah.
And sometimes they ask me about is that a lab? What a cute dog. And I tell them, no, it's not a lab, it's a Rottweiler. And you can see the face expression from, so I don't know. It's the same dog, only another breed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And how is that with you?
Yeah, no, yeah, we can relate to that. You know, he's a very friendly dog, and like I said, sometimes he can be too friendly. Like he wants people to pet him all the time. Like that's just his personality. And you know, he doesn't know how big he is yet because he's only he's going to be 2 years old in April, so he's not 2 yet. So he still thinks he's a puppy. But you know, people see him and they're like, "Oh my God!" And they're like, you know, they back up. But when we go to the dog park, unfortunately, like all the dogs can play and bark at each other. As soon as he barks at a dog or anything like that, everybody gets scared. And he's just playing, but he's not even allowed to play with other dogs at the dog park because everybody gets so nervous when he comes around. So
it's a shame. Aggressors. That's what's the most annoying part. It's typically the smaller dogs that are being the aggressor. You know, he's
so we got a Chihuahua live next by, and I'm really scared of that animal because when I walk through or my friend walks through, she really bitten in your leg.
Wow.
So she's really scary. But if she barks, everyone is like, "Oh, do you bark?" But when she barks, it's like, "Oh, she's an angry dog, blah, blah, blah."
Exactly.
So I'm not a huge fan of, small dogs.
Yeah, same here. And you know, it's funny in America, everybody thinks pit bulls and Rottweilers have the most dog bites in America. But the one who's leading by far is the Chihuahua. And I try to tell you that they have the most dog bites.
Second is a terrier.
Yeah. And and Chihuahua, you know, so I tell people, you know, it really is about how you bring these dogs up. Of course, you could turn, you know, a protective dog that's bred to protect someone into a mean dog if you if that's what you choose to do.
He's like giving you a
but you can't expect to abuse a dog. Oh, you're so heavy. You can't expect to abuse a dog. And then for a dog, he's showing off. You can't expect to abuse a dog and then expect a dog to be calm and kind. So you got to give them a lot of love and a lot of care if you want them to be, you know, good dogs. Like he's so good natured. Like dogs try to attack him at the dog park, and he's just like, man, whatever. I'm not even going to attack you back. And a lot of these dogs he could just hurt easily, but he's a good natured dog. He wouldn't do anything unless he feels like he's really in danger or we're in danger. You know, and that's how I like it. I like it like that.
Yeah. So, do you take Koda to the dog park?
Yeah, always.
Okay. So how did you do that?
Yeah, it's not really a dog park, but they are allowed here to walk off leash almost everywhere. So also at the beach, at the dunes, at the dog, like at the park. So we made it a dog park.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yes.
What's the next one? Have you ever been like nervous like that your dog was going to mistaken someone for an aggressor and attack them? Were you ever like nervous that she was going to get mad and bite someone? Has something like that ever happened?
First not, but actually about a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah, she was attacked by a pit bull. And she, a Stafford pit bull cross, And she's always been very friendly before, but a little bit scared. And actually, since then, her whole throat was written off. She had a little teeth mark in her throat, and her chin, everything was, ripped off. So my boyfriend has to choke the pit bull.
Wow.
He won't let loose, and I could not focus anymore because she was crying like, and then I blacked out.
Wow.
And actually since then she can react a little bit. Sometimes, not always, but if the girl dog is a little bit dominant, she can react a little bit angry because she's so afraid.
Yeah.
So, and that's why most of the time I hold her on a leash if I know the dog is a little bit dominant. So for my own and her own protection.
Yeah. It sounds like she was traumatized. That's it's always, horrible when somebody else's dog just attacks your dog off guard. That's a hard experience to go through. So that could definitely do that to a dog.
So what's the hardest part of having a Rottweiler?
Down.
The hardest part, now I think her weight, because I'm very small and I'm also about 60 kilograms, like 120 pounds. You call that in American?
Something like that. I don't know offhand.
I'm very small and she's very big. So if she wants, I'm always like ding, 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 ding after her. So, and most of the people in my streets, they also laughing because they always see me coming like, whew.
Yeah.
But we're working on that. We're working on that.
She's heavy.
Oh, yeah. I had to, just to give you some advice on that, I had to teach him a commandment, which is I trained a lot of dogs growing up. So there's a command, if you want to teach her this, it's just to back up. It's just a command to back up. They just back up on their own, walk backwards. And so when you're walking, you tell her to back up. And then when she gets used to it, walking next to you, just give her a treat. And that's what we did with him because he's just too big. If he pulls me, he'll just drag me around easily.
Yeah, same problem here. So we do it also with treats. But the problem is when she's off leash, she can do every command. So when I say back, she goes back.
Yeah.
She listens to everything, but when I put a leash on, she's a really different dog. Also, when I walk across other dogs, she really slaps. She gets so angry when she's on the leash because she's used to walking off leash. And she's really protective of me. So that's a hard part of having a Rottweiler.
So you would say most of the time you have her off leash?
Yeah, she's almost all the time walking off leash. Yes.
Oh, what's funny? I found out he's better off leash than he is on.
Yeah, he's better off leash.
Yeah, I think sometimes the leash, just that whole like pulling, kind of like makes them want to go. I don't know what it is, but it just kind of like
that, and they probably don't feel like we trust them if they're on the leash as much.
Yeah, they're probably like, why you got me on the leash? I'll just walk next to you anyway.
Right.
You don't have to put me on the leash. So, if
when I'm on the leash and I let loose, when she pulls, sometimes I let loose, and then she walks next to me. And when I grab the leash, she's pulling again. So I don't know what it is about that stupid leash, but
if I had it my way, it would be illegal. I don't know all the laws where you live, but in the United States, it's completely illegal to walk your dog without a leash. And in most areas, it has to say like, unleashed area or a dog park. But if I had it my way, I think all dogs would be able to walk next to you. But I personally think if we had some type of like dog academy that all dogs had to go to make sure they were socialized and weren't biting people, then just let dogs just, walk around. You know, that would be great. I would love that. I don't like him on the leash, honestly. I would much rather him just, you know, walk next to me.
Yeah, I think more people need to put time into training their dogs because a lot of people just don't.
Yeah,
they're just like, you're so right. Yeah. No, definitely agree because it's not the most it's not the most easy dog, but when people have a lab or that kind of dogs who are really friendly, they always walk like 30 meters before them, and then I have to look, is it the boy, is it the girl, do I have to put her on the leash? So I think keep your dog with you. You can let them make friends, but if you both agree.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a very good point. And if you know that you have an aggressive dog, my thing is if I had Rottweilers when I was younger, and we didn't know much when I was a kid. Like my mom got her Rottweilers, so we didn't know to socialize them. So we already knew not to have them around other dogs when they were grown because they would attack them. But I feel like some people either want to see it or they're just not. They just don't know the dog well enough. You know,
they told themselves like, oh, my dog is friendly. My dog is friendly. Yeah, I know, but maybe my dog isn't friendly.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
when I walk across, she always is off leash. But when I see people coming with their dogs on leash, I put her on the leash. I think that's a rule.
Yeah.
You don't know why their dog is on the leash. Maybe he's really friendly, but he runs away if he is off leash. But maybe he's really aggressive. So I don't want to risk that with my own dog.
Yeah, and
but
I meant to ask you.
People don't understand.
I meant to ask you, how did all this heal up from the pit encounter?
Sorry?
How did how did Koda heal up after she was attacked by a dog? How did she?
Actually very good. Okay. Maybe not really mentally because I just had her and we've been through a very rough time and we put so much effort in academies and stuff like that, and she was actually really used to dogs finally, and then she got attacked. So it was like, oh, I did so much, put so much effort in it, and then it happened like something again, like abusing, only then not a human but a dog.
Right.
So after that we have to find really friendly dogs who she can trust again. But that's all over now. And she only has one little scar who is also who's up? Oh yeah. Oh. I don't know if you can see it. Wait. Ja. Grote neus. Oh, de snoepje omhoog. You can see the spot right there, or is it too dark?
I see it. I saw it. Yeah.
It's like a little round mark where the dog has been written her throat. So that's the only thing, actually. The rest is healed very well because she also was very young. So drove immediately to the bed.
How old was she?
How old she was?
Yeah.
I think 1.5.
Oh yeah, she was young.
Yeah,
it's young.
Yeah, it's now almost a year.
So, have you ever dealt with food aggression? With
food aggression?
Yeah, like food guarding. You know, not wanting her food.
No, totally not. Because when I feed her, she's on raw meat.
We're the same.
Raw meat. Yeah. But when I feed her, she is really scared because I think her first owners, because they beat her, when I put her meat in front of her, she's always doing bowing at me from actually is kind of asking me from, can I please eat? But when I put my hand in it, I can do everything. She's back down.
Okay. Well, you know, the positive of that is that she does perceive you as, you know, her leader. Because, you know, a lot of people have problems with, you know, Rottweilers, because they're guard dogs, they're bred to be territorial. It's just supposed, that energy is just supposed to go into the house, guarding the house. And sometimes it's misdirected into the food. So people have problems with their Rottweiler growling because, you know, they don't perceive them as the leader. Or maybe they perceive you as a leader, but they think you're going to eat their food, which they shouldn't feel like they're competing with you for resources. So that tells us that she also trusts you. That she's like, you know, hey, I could trust you. You can touch my food, you know. So that's really good. That's good.
I would trust her with my food too.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you can. I can't trust him with my food. He would just eat it all.
No, she's very well behaved. She doesn't take food off the table and that kind of stuff.
He doesn't take food off the table, but I know if I just put it down right now and we all left the room, he's sneaky. He would act like he didn't. He would take a piece and he would act like he didn't take anything. He'd be laying where he was laying when I left. He'd be like, yeah, I didn't do anything. You know, that's his personality. He's a little sneaky.
So, what is one of the funniest things that Koda does?
What Koda does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. When we walk in the dunes, you got very tall grass. You know grass? Yeah. Very tall grass. And like a few weeks ago, I posted a video on my channel, and she is just like jumping like a bunny or something, or a little deer, and it's so funny, but it's so crazy. Like she thinks that she has to jump over the tall grass or something.
That is funny.
Yeah, that's really funny to watch also. And when she does that, I'm laughing. I can't stop laughing. It's so stupid to watch.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, really.
I mean, pretty much did all
Oh, okay. So you did say that your dog was you. We had one question that you kind of already answered it, but we were going to ask you if your dog was a human. You know, what type of human would she be? Like, what would be the type of person she is? You know, her hobbies and stuff. Like, if you turned her into a human today, you had a human ray gun, what type of human would she be?
Oh yeah, I think if Koda was human, she was me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm also very friendly, but most of the people are also not afraid, but they really think I think a lot about myself. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think I'm the best, and that's definitely not true. And it's also with her the same. They also bow for her, and I think she's also very friendly, and I am too. And yeah, she's crazy. I'm very always excited and happy to meet people, and I talk a lot, and my dog does the same.
That's funny.
And we both like walks, so we have that in common too. We both like men. We have that in common too.
So you two are twins, is what you said.
Yeah, she's my soulmate.
That's good. Oh.
So let me ask you, because I have this thing where I think people and their dogs look alike. Do you think that maybe you and Koda have similar features, or, you know, what do you think?
Yeah, I really think so, because that's funny you said, because when I walk with my friend, she has the wolf dog, Kenai. Yeah. And when we walk together, we always talk for our dog, but she's like the same as her dog, and I'm like the same as my dog. So when we talk, she's very big, and she's a little bit slow, and her dog is also, and she's like, I don't care about anything. So, and that's the same as her dog, and we always talk about it, like, oh, you know, you look like your dog so much. And she always tells me, oh, yeah, we know Koda is your dog because you do the same. So it's so funny, but I don't know how you see it.
That's funny because that's just her theory. We go to a dog park. She's like, I swear they all look like their dogs. And then she tries to compare us with him. And so that's funny that you agree. And the last question we have for you is, for all of the novice owners out there who've never had a Rottweiler but really want one real bad, what's your advice for, you know, new Rottweiler owners? You know, whether they're getting a puppy or a grown dog, like what is your advice to all of them out there?
Yeah, what is my advice? I think you have to. I'm used to dogs. I grew up with dogs when I was a little child, so we had all kind of dogs. So I know how to be around dogs, like aggressive dogs. I know a lot about them. So, and I didn't want to have a puppy because, yeah, everyone gets a puppy. So I want to do something different. And that's my advice. Go get to the rescue stores. And if you want a Rottweiler, it's not always because they are aggressive that they are rescue dogs. Or most of the time their owner died or gets splits of. Most people think they are in the shelter because they are aggressive or something. And I don't agree because look at my dog. She's not aggressive. She's very friendly.
What will be your advice as far as like what to do when they come home, and you know how to be around them the first couple of days? You know, some of the things to do. Stay.
Yeah, I don't know how to raise a Rottweiler puppy, so I can only tell you my story. And my story was, she really loved me, I know that, but when the first 3 days, she slept across the door and I slept on the couch. And actually every night she was crawling a little bit more across me. Like, I want your attention, but I'm really afraid. So yeah, the most days, until she slept with me. The 4th day, she slept with me on the couch and she never lost sight of me. So
and I
don't know about puppies.
You were
sorry?
You were patient with her though.
I was very patient. And yeah, you know, I know her story. So yeah, don't get your dog. I know you want your dog's attention, especially when you don't know him. But let them get used to you. Let them come to you.
Yeah, don't rush into that relationship.
No, I think you have to have respect from both sides. And if she needs time, it's okay. And if I want to cuddle, it's okay. So I can do everything. I couldn't pick her up. She would hit me. And every day I pick her up a bit. And every time now I can pick her up and throw her around and make a little song and dance together. And everything is all right. So my advice is, have patience with your dog.
That sounds good. And let me tell you, you know, I really like Koda. I'll look at the pictures. I'm like, man, that looks like such a fun dog. It looks like they're having such a fun time on the beach, and they're hanging out with wolves. And you know, it seems really fun. Now, before we let you go, I have to ask you, what is your native tongue?
Sorry?
What is your native language? Like, what language do you speak other than English? Do you speak a different language than English or just English?
No, I speak Dutch.
Dutch? Can you please? I'm saying this as someone who has never heard someone speak Dutch. Can you just speak something about Rottweilers in Dutch for all of our Dutch viewers out there?
Should I do a little trick in Dutch with Koda?
Yes, that would be great. That's even better.
So you can see what I mean. Okay. Nee.
Ja.
Dit. Poot. Andere poot. Nee, andere poot. Af. Af, nee, af. Goed zo!
Oh.
So that was like sit, yeah, sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Dutch. It's also zit.
Okay.
And paw, like her paw.
Paw.
You say poot.
Pope.
Yeah. Other paw, like her other paw.
Okay.
It's under poot.
Under pote.
Under poot. And
good.
then up is like op.
Oop.
And you give kisses on commando. Koda, can I get a kiss?
Oh, that's so cute.
No, that's like kiss.
Well, I am very grateful for your time today, and we are going to share this video. I'm going to send you a clip of this video if you want to share it. I thought this was awesome. I thought you were awesome. I thought your Rottweiler is awesome. I love y'all's story. And, you know, maybe we can do a check-by interview maybe in a year or so to see how the both of you are still doing. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Yeah, you can always call me. I love to talk about my Rottweiler, your Rottweiler, every Rottweiler. I love to talk to people, so I'm okay.
Sounds great to me.
I had one question for you.
All right, we'll take the question.
Kovu is the lion from Lion King #3, right?
Yeah, it was Lion King #2, Simba's Pride, and yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are 100% correct. So we both.
I'm such a Disney fan, and I loved Kovu, especially the song Inupendi.
Yeah, Inupendi. My wife loves that song, so she was like pointing at herself, but she loves that song. Yeah.
So I wondered about it. I thought it was true, so it's true.
I'm a big Lion King person. I absolutely love Lion King.
Yeah, me too.
And me and my wife had this long list of names, and we chose Kovu. And he acts like a lion. So,
I really thought about it too, like a Lion King name, but everyone else has Nala, Kiara, and
everybody.
I was like, no, I didn't like that. And I thought Koda was also awesome, but also Koda's actually a man, like a little boy in the. So everyone thinks Koda is a boy. She's not a boy, people. She's a girl.
Well, yeah. Now we definitely know. Yeah, I'm excited for y'all, honestly. And maybe next time. I didn't get your boyfriend's name, but
my boyfriend's name is Thijs.
Matthijs. Maybe next time we can get everybody in. And you know, and he can also give his experience too next time.
Yeah, that's fine. We like to do it again.
All right. Well, y'all have a great day. What time is it over there?
3 o'clock. Yeah, almost 3 o'clock.
It is. It's 8:50 in the morning over here. So we're in completely different time zones.
Yeah.
And that is my baby.
Hi, baby.
All right, y'all have a great afternoon. Thank you so much. I'm going to message you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.